Hi, it's Ariel from the beautiful mountains of Western North Carolina. If you've never been to this section of the country, you need to come see it. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here, whether you're on the live or the replay. I'm really grateful and I hope you find some value to this. So, everybody wants to know, this is the question. What is the secret sauce to online success? I mean, really, what is it? It must be this extraordinary deep secret. I mean, what could it possibly be? And the thing is, it comes down to some really very simple things. So, how do we get there? How do we get truly successful in online business? And here's what I have learned. And this is really not what you might have wanted to hear, but it's what truly works. Remember the saying, KISS? Keep it simple, silly? That's what it comes down to. Because we get into our heads and then we go into analysis paralysis and then we can't move into any sort of action. So the reality is get out of your head. That's step one. Get out of our heads and step into our hearts. And the second one is be consistent. And this is extraordinarily vital. For if we don't find consistency and be consistent, then it's like having a restaurant, but nobody knows what your hours are. So nobody's going to come to the restaurant. But if we are consistently consistent and habitual, then we start building a following and people know that they can truly depend on us because we're going to show up, because we're consistent. So the other part of consistency is if you should decide to do a Facebook Live, you can't just do it once. You have to then set your goal as to how many times a week you want to do your Facebook Live. And then you have to keep going. Why? Because people are going to start following you and they're going to look forward to when your live is. So if you don't do a live, you can also lose your audience. So consistency, no matter what, in any sort of business and in living life too, we just need to be consistent. Don't stop. Don't quit. Be consistent. Because in that consistency, then people get to know who we are. Number three, which ties into that, be authentic. I mean, there's nobody else you can be. Don't try and be the Dalai Lama. I can't be the Dalai Lama. I am just Ariel. So be who you are. Come from that extraordinary place that's just yours. And because when we're not authentic, I think people really know it, right? They just kind of go, I don't think I really want to deal with the person. So don't be afraid to show who you are, to be vulnerable, to show your heart. Even if you cry on a Facebook Live, as I just did recently, don't worry about it. It shows us that you're human, that you care, that this is important and vital to you. So show yourself on your Facebook profile. When someone, as my friend Carlos Martinez says, when you look at someone's, well, let me back up a second. Not only do you have to be truly vulnerable in a Facebook Live, but you also have to be truly authentic and vulnerable on your Facebook profile. Because on that profile, people are going to come to it and they want to get a sense of who you are. So as my friend Carlos Martinez says, when you look at this profile, would you trust this person? Would you want to be in their business? And if the answer is no, then go back and make any changes necessary so that your profile truly reflects who you are. It's not an infomercial. It's not like all these graphics that are corporate that are put up. It has to be about you and your life, which takes us then to number 4. Have you ever heard of something called FORM? It stands for family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. So the reason that that's important is on your profile, make sure that each part of your form is shared. Your family, your occupation, what you like to do, what are your hobbies, what is recreationally fun for you, and most importantly, what motivates you, what drives you, what makes you do what you want to do. And make sure that that's reflected on your on your profile. So, what's the secret sauce to online success? Consistency, authenticity, vulnerability, and you want to be the person that someone wants to join with in your business because they want to get to know you. And then form, the word form, which stands for family, occupation, recreation, and motivation, because you want people to get to know you and share. And so the other part of our secret to online success, share, 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 share. Nobody's going to know you're in business if you're not out there telling people you are in business. And if you are in business, what is your motivation? Are you there to change lives or just to sell product? And that's something that you have to make a decision about too. Because for me, the secret sauce is all those things that we just talked about. But there's also one more thing, which is when we touch lives, when we change lives, then we will get everything we've ever wanted because we've put out in the universe and the cosmos that other people's lives count and we get to change them. So let's be totally transformational in our business because that's the secret to online success. We give, we're consistent, we're persistent, and we show in true authenticity who we are. And then we just share. Thank you all so much for being here. And oh, on a side note, if you know of anyone who needs help getting out of pain or is having a terrible time with their finances, please let me know because I would really like to help them. Have a really fantastic time and day today, and thanks so much for being here.